second week into February. We have the set that we do. We put our feet together, feet apart, soften our hips. And this is actually the main breathing exercise I've done for many years, and it gets everything in line. Everything from the top to the bottom of the body. So we start up here at the top. You raise your arms to make a big Valentine heart shape, and then we push down and breathe out. Everything relaxed, everything loose, free to move. Inhale as we come up. Eyes are up, chin is up, hands are up. And then the same thing on the way down. Hands down, chin down, eyes down. You'll see me do this little shift here and there. That's to help release tension. So you guys want to listen to the Joe Rogan podcast, or do you want to listen to my relaxing music? Let's go with the relaxing music. Yeah, I thought you would like that. Okay, so here we go. Feet still shoulder width, arms up, chin up. Relax your eyes. Even though your eyes are moving, you try to relax your eyelids. Let the eyelids become heavy. When the eyelids become heavy, your focus softens a little bit. So you're not straining to see the details of what we're doing here. Inhale. Try to breathe through your nose as much as you can. Exhale. Either through your nose or through your mouth. Your mouth is fine, but then your mouth dries out. So most preferred, in and out through the nose. So we keep working our way down, but there's a lot of stuff up at the top here. So squish your tongue up to the roof of your mouth when you breathe in. Let the tongue drop. You don't have to squish it, but let it drop to the bottom of your mouth as you breathe out. Inhale. Open and expand. Close and contract. So our chin going up helps us to put an arch in our lower back. Dropping our chin helps the whole spine round, not just the lower back, but the whole spine will round. Arch the spine. Round the spine. So that gets this movement like this. You're like a wave or a flag. Pick your favorite metaphor. Arch your back. Round your back. So if you know the whole sequence, don't wait for me. You shift your hips forward, and then you shift your hips back. So that movement of your hips is really good for you centering, stabilizing where your center of gravity is at, feeling like you're stable. So I shift my hips forward. That puts the weight on the big toe, the little toe, and the ball of the foot. When I shift back, I get just on the heel. So the heel technically is less stable, right? So you get more stable and comfortable doing both. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. So that's the whole sequence from the top to the bottom. Maybe about 10 different things for you to focus upon. It's like you're juggling, juggling, trying to keep everything going, keeping everything moving. Got all these things to think about. Hopefully what that does is it puts your thought into your body instead of your thought into other stuff. Feel the wave. So we're going to do 3 more of these, and then we're going to move on. Inhale. Exhale. Slower and deeper is always the better and preferred way. If you find yourself having to breathe sooner, please do so. We got one more. So when we finish up any particular set or exercise, we do this splashing and flicking motion. That helps bring the blood and the oxygen back up towards the top of the body, the brain, the arms. Same thing to the right. And with a deep inhale and exhale, straight up. Just like you have a ball, you're in a pool and you get to about here and there's the water. And gently push the ball into the water. All right, so now we got another one to do. That one goes away. We're gonna scoop up. We did this last month, but we're adding on to it. As long as you can, reach up with your hands turned, with your thumbs going forward. You can't keep them there anymore. They turn, and now my thumbs are forward again. Reach out, sink down into your waist, into your hips, and scoop up again. So that was last month. We just kept doing that circle pattern. So now go in front, and the same thing. Try to keep your hands where your thumbs are trying to point down until they can't, and now your thumbs down. Like you're opening up curtains, you get to the sides, we come back to the first one. So let your feet go a little wider. If your feet get beyond, like say, 2 tiles, you start to get wider, your toes need to turn out slightly. So that keeps the direction of your knee and the toe the same. So here I am scooping up. I get my hands with the thumbs forward. Eventually they turn, reach up, reach out. That's a good time to breathe in. Squish in, breathe out. Hands in front, turn them. Dip your chin, round your back. Open the curtains. Eventually you straighten your back up, and then you drop. All right, so we go up again. This time around, when we get to about shoulder high, you pinch, pull, like you're trying to bring your fingertips in towards your body. And then here, you let them go. And back in front. Reach in front. Open the curtains. Let the arms drop. So here we go, a couple more times, then we'll move on. You can breathe whenever you feel like you need to breathe, but in general, you try to time it when you're most open. That's your inhale. When you're the most closed, that's your exhale. So reach in front, turn, open the curtains, inhale, let them drop. So this will be the last one. Scoop up. If your eyes track your hands, eventually your eyes are gonna like look at the peripheral, because you can't, look at the sides perfectly, right? We come down. I can still see my hands, even though they're the sides. Same thing here. I see my hands in front, and then the peripheral. And then drop. All right, so this one goes away. Splash, flick, neck stretch up, neck stretch, chin down. Same to the right. And then down. And this should feel like each time like there's water dripping down and it's kind of rolling off your body and settling down. You would leave like a pool at your feet by the end of the class. If we do that 5 times throughout the class, it's like, it's a joke, okay? A lot of water. So our next set is from the 8 pieces of brocade. On the piano, I printed off some of these, so the sheets are there if you want them. If you want to track them on your own, do them at home. So we're going to start off today with this one here, where we spin like a big wheel, a big ball. When you get to about your head and your hip here, bring the hands behind. Try to relax your shoulders and try and turn your neck as far as you can to the left. Everything else stays where it's at. Go back to the center with your head. Arms start to come back to the front here, and then behind. Relax your shoulders, try and turn. So inhale, again, when you're most open, you can let your knees bend a little. Exhale when you start to do the twist. Inhale. So some of you might, this might be okay, but this one here might be a little uncomfortable for some of you with your shoulder. So you could put your hand by your hip if you need to, or just lower. But ideally, you put it above your waist. If this is all fine, you dip your left shoulder. And you try to keep your chin towards the side and then up. Square back up. So it'll be 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Take an inhale. And then as you dip to the right, exhale. And some of you will notice it's hard to keep your chin that way. Your chin's going to want to go forward a bit. So everything's nice and loose. Wherever you feel tension, you just try to let it go. As much as you can, you keep your chin to the right, chin up. All right, so that's the first one we're doing there today. Second one, we're going to interlock our fingers. So like I said, we're not doing all 8 of them every class, but I pick and choose, and we get a couple more each time we do it. Turn your palms up, reach up. Okay, that's a good stretch. Try to go up on the ball of your foot. Okay, good stretch. Some of you stumble a little bit, that's good. Your brain's trying and make it better. So you back off, and then you dip to the right. So we're not gonna come up on the ball of the foot here, but we're gonna push. If you can't do it in front or above, you do it a little bit more over here, wherever you can do it comfortably. So again, we come back to the center, stretch the arms first. If that's fine, ball of the foot. Come down, let your knees bend a little bit so you're stable. Dip. You get to your farthest point, wherever you feel comfortable that you can go, push. Back off, and come back to the center. So that's the exercise. Always back to the center, and then stretch left, stretch right. So if this is fine and your balance is really fantastic, and you want to go closer, and see if you can balance even, is it going to be more challenging? Well, you'll find out. And then the same thing when we go to the side, your feet being together is going to be a little more challenging. If your balance needs some help, move the feet apart. Again, we come back to the center, either feet apart or feet close. Arms first, up on the ball, relax and come back. Take a deep breath in, dip, push and breathe out. So like with any of these, there's always going to be another thing to try, but this is where we'll leave it at today. Okay, this up here, you're allowed 2 steps. Oh, I took 3. No, however many steps if you need to. Back off, lean towards your right, and push, whatever that may be. Back to the center. One more time up, one more time stretch. Wait until we start looking up on that one, then you'll have a lot of fun. We'll do that next time, to the side. All right, so now let's go back to some of the other ones that we've done before. Feet apart. So how do we get there? You can just move your foot out, or you can do this, it's a little fancy, toes and then heels. Toes and then heels. So it actually ends up looking like that. So again, it's something that might be a little difficult when you first do it, but it'll get better. So your hands, again, kind of like that splashing, reaching, just like we did a moment ago. When your arms get to shoulder high, you start to drop your hips, and you try to keep your hands, especially at the heels, together as they drop below your shoulders. So then we come up a little bit, dip your chin, round your back, reach your hands. You get to the side, you can straighten up a little bit. Draw your arm back like you're pulling a string on a bow. This hand bends, elbow bends, shoulder relaxes. This hand turns into a fist. Sink into your waist. So that's the sequence. We do it on the right side. So there's our little splash. There's our stretch. You inhale. Push the hands a little bit. Exhale. Reach forward like you're diving into a pool. Turn, straighten up a little bit, but don't arch your back yet. Draw the string back. Relax your hand, or your arm rather. Two different hand gestures. Slowly down, slowly up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So we got this going on, a hand like our strum the guitar position. We got a fist. Let's do 2 fingers. 2 fingers held in by your pinky or your thumb, 2 fingers up. This other hand does 2 fingers and goes this direction. Relax your shoulders, sink into your waist. So we're doing something that's not symmetrical. This is symmetrical. The brain doesn't have to work as hard. This is still kind of symmetrical, right? The arms are together, but as soon as we split, the brain has to work a little harder to do two different things, two different directions, two different heights. Slowly back up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Doink. Finish it up. In. Out. In. Out. Straight up. Slower, deeper. Down and out. So you'll be an expert at that one exercise in no time at all. Some of you have been doing it for a couple years now. Time to take the jacket off. So by the way, last week I promoted Patagonia. This week I got North Face. They're both very good. I got a ton of those jackets. Okay, so we do this next set. It's called the 8 vessels, like 8 containers. In theory, there's these energy meridians in your body. There's where they hold more energy than others. So your legs hold a lot of energy, right? Your thighs, your quadriceps, hamstrings. There's more detail, but that's the basic summary. So we start feet together, feet apart, about 2 tiles. Shift to the right. So your hip, your knee, and your foot point, straight, same line. Turn this hip on an angle. Our arms reach on an angle for the kitchen here. Like there's a ball, roll it up. Relax your shoulders. Gently twist like a spring. And then we do the other side. So everything starts with the feet. You always make sure your feet are in the right spot. Shift your waist. Reach for the ball. So I arch my spine, and then I tuck my tailbone to round my spine as I do the twist. So that's our first set. Second set, toes straight. Shift to the right as this hip turns and squishes up on the ball of the foot. The hands, one goes by your hip or your rear end, the other's by your eye. And then we do the other side. Feet, waist, hands and arms, just like a tree. You got the roots, you got the trunk, you got the branches. Toes in, knees in, hip turns in. Reach for the ground, scoop. Here's that same thing we did a moment ago. Turn the hands out, try and touch the walls. Relax your shoulders, sink into your waist. Your thighs might touch. Toes out, heels straight. If you want to go a little wider, toes, heels. Hands come in. Now you're going to round your back again. Fingers point down. Look to the right. Straighten up. Turn towards the corner of the kitchen. Step across. You have bow stance. Those of you that can do twisted stance, you got that. Here's a ball. Spin it. Thread the needle. Your bottom arm does like ward off. Push away. Twist your spine. We do the other side. So just this part right here, trying to get back, really good for your balance. Step across. Turn and twist if you may. So now we got the ball over here. Bring it in. Spin it. Like you're threading a needle, come in the inside. Ward off at the bottom. Twist. Okay, now again, this foot. That motion of stepping out is good for your balance. You try to catch your balance and get stable. Push. Roll back. These arms come around and make a circle. And then they split. Like you're looking through a telescope. Dip. Don't just dip your arm, dip your spine. Okay, we gotta do the other side. Toes up, toes in, toes out. Push, roll back, make a circle, split it, look through and dip your shoulder. So that's as far as we went the other day. So now we square up again, so you're facing forward. Feet apart. Shift your weight, let your right knee bend. This one scoops, like you're scooping up some sand. Reach up and put it up on the shelf. If this is fine, try to lift your left leg. Okay, set the foot down, shift to the other side. Other foot's empty stance, right? Nothing there. Scoop, up on the shelf, other hand underneath, sink down. If that's good, try to balance. Yep, some of you might do this a couple times, that's fine. Again, your brain is rewiring, trying to get you to feel stable. All right, we got one more set to do. So I was wide, and I turn. This knee bends, this one straightens. Put your right hand above your forehead, and turn your wrist. Take your other hand, put it in front of your navel. Both of the wrists turn out. So like the pulse, your pulse points are facing out, and then gently twist. So then we go to the left side. Left knee bends. Left leg forward, left arm up. Turn your pulse points out. This lines up, one above the other. Forehead and navel. Twist to the front. Back foot comes in, we start it over. So that was the narration. That gives you a lot of the details. Next time we go through it, I'm not going to say as much. We just do it. So here we go. Let your knee buckle. Hold the ball and twist. Left side. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out as you twist. Squish the bug. Inhale. Exhale. Left side. Squish the bug. Inhale. Exhale. Toes in, knees in. Inhale. Stretch for the walls. Sink, exhale. Toes, heels. Toes, heels. Inhale. Exhale. Straighten up. Step across. Twist. So this is really like you're spinning and then threading and then twisting. Get back to where we were. Bow stance, twisted stance. Spin, thread, relax your shoulders, sink into your waist. Push, pull, empty stance. Inhale, split. Exhale. Whole bunch of Tai Chi terms here. Turn, push, roll back. Split. All right, square back up. Sink down so you're stable. So this is the same thought. Spin the ball, thread the needle, put the ball up on the shelf. If that's fine, try and balance. There's a lot of different details on balance, but let's just get there. So now I spin, thread, put the ball up on the shelf, try to balance. Foot comes down once, twice. One knee bent, one straight. Line up your hands, your fists, gently twist your spine. Relax your shoulders, sink into your waist. Left side. Left hand up. Right hand lines up underneath. Take a deep breath. Relax. Sink and exhale. Feet come in. Splash. Twist. Feel the water settle into your feet. In. Out. Straight up. In. Out. So I talk about opposites a lot. The yin-yang symbol, really not opposites, it's more complements. If you look at it just as opposites, you only get black and white. when really there's the center part that's actually kind of gray with the black and white coming together. Yeah, it's got to be philosophical, right? So if this is all about water, the water settles, but you got blood coming up. So we're bringing the blood up to the top. We're letting the water settle down. Again, it's metaphorically speaking. Your water's like 90, or your blood's like 90% water, right? But we're thinking of this up, getting the blood up here, but our stability goes to our feet. We got, I use these lines a lot. You hear me talk about the lines in the tile and the blue line. A little half circle. Instead of just going straight is easy, you can do it hopefully. A little half circle makes it a little harder. And if you do it while you're looking forward, you have to be a little more aware. So we got number 1 is up, which is also forward. 2 is down and back. 3 is shifting or moving to the left. 4, moving to the right. 5, stable in the center. So that's really the simple, it's forward, back, left, right, center. We can call it north and south, west, east. All right, and then center is the center of the compass. Or we can give it elements. So we have metal to either pierce or poke or push, wood, the tension of pulling, feet, waist, arms, the flow of water, complete opposite, fire, earth, solid, stable, grounded. So this gives us all those fundamentals, opposites, but again, complementary. This is inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift to your heels, just like we were doing earlier. Going this way. Feet, waist, arms. Look where the hands end up. Level with your nose, level with your navel. Nose and navel. Nose and navel, they just keep switching. We got a high, we got a low. All right, that's the 5 directions. We do it every month, every week, usually. Shift to the right, turn your left hip. Shift on to the left, empty stance, catch the ball. Sink down a little further, step with your heel. So again, about 2 squares apart if you get your feet lined up. We got ward off. Our rollback, we still do a splash, but rollback goes this way. Find your pulse, bump with your shoulder, poke with your elbow, unwind to press with your wrists. Splash, that's a pull. Push. To get to the other side, I catch the ball here, I bring it all the way by my left leg. Then I put the weight on the other leg. Find the pulse on the way back, I do a shoulder, elbow, wrist. Hold the teacup, pinch. This other hand splits. We get the hand over the foot, elbow over the knee, most importantly, shoulders over the waist. These arms move, but you try not to be like leaning over too much or sideways with this particular set. So catch the ball, ward off, splash. Rollback is this direction. That gets us wound up like a spring, shoulder, elbow, wrist, unwind, splash, pull back and push. So I go all the way to the right. And then I find my pulse, I go all the way back to the left. Dip the elbow, hold the teacup, pinch, split. So ward off is expanding, that's heaven. Roll back, you get real stable, that's earth, you're grounded. Shoulder, elbow, wrist is mountain, canyon, water. Wood is the tension pulling. Metal and fire push. Thunder is the split. Thunder's all over the place, hard to track. All right, one more time. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. in, out. So this is really a shoulder, elbow, wrist on this side too. And then we come back, there's a shoulder, elbow, wrist. So always seemingly a shoulder, elbow, wrist in there. Okay, we're done with that. Splash, flick. Slow down the breathing. Inhale. Feel the water. Feel the wave. Exhale. One more. Inhale. All the way down and out. Lock for a moment, your knees and elbows. Relax your knees and elbows. All right, so you are all welcome to ask questions on this stuff. You all know that, but I know you don't want to, I don't want to be the one. Please, if you do have questions, ask. Otherwise, I keep rolling. Okay, we're good. So we're going to move over a couple steps here. Not too much. You'll see once you get going where you need to be. So we do our opening and closing. So I want to do 3 ward offs. So there's the first one. Sometimes we do ward off this way, right? In this particular set, it's the back of the hand. So that's the first one. Shift, step over, we're going to go towards the kitchen. Here's our second ward off. And we can put the hand here. Here is fine, we're going to do here today. We do one more ward off, straight to the wall. Now we just do what we did. Roll back, shoulder elbow press, pull, push, shoulder elbow wrist to the left, shoulder elbow wrist to the right, split. All right, so now our hands, some of these exercises are like you're a marionette, a puppet with the strings. So my left hand and left foot are a set. They're on the same string. And my right foot, my right hand are on the same string. Toes up, there's our strum the guitar. Step forward, splash, roll back, block. Take your shoulder, you can move your shoulder like front and back, bring your shoulder forward. Turn your toes to the corner, find your pulse, shoulder, elbow, wrist, white crane spreads its wings. So I'm going to move back behind the blue line here for a second. So now we keep going. Bow stance. This hand that's up goes past the face. Other hand past the face. Reach behind. There's our brush knee. Feet come together. Empty stance. Strum the guitar. If you want to do extra balance, come up, touch the toes, touch the heel. Bow stance. So we do the same thing again. Brush past the face. Push forward. All right? So we're going to simplify this a little bit today because there are a lot of you new here. Shift your hip so that this can turn. My weight's on the back leg, my front foot turns. Put the weight on. Take your hands and do a splash, roll back, step forward. Block, parry, step forward, punch. Right towards your sternum. This hand catches underneath your elbow, shift back and push. All right, from here we turn, our arms open, again like you're opening up curtains. And then they close. Shift your weight, turn your left foot. We did that earlier. Come to here. Brush knee. Roll back. Shoulder, elbow press. Pull. Push. Shift to the left. You would think splits coming up. But instead, we go over here now. Fist under elbow. Balance. Toes. Heel. Feet go flat. Hold up to earth. Look where you're going. Wherever your hand is at, that's where you're going to try to get your foot. Scoot back. So really our foot, if we look up, look back, it goes to our ankle, and then back. And then scoot we gotta do one more. Look where you're going. Foot to your ankle, back farther, scoop. All right, so now I'm gonna shift my weight so as to get my left foot turning towards the corner. You might have to cheat a little bit, get your toes on the corner, grab the ball, part the horse's mane. What's gonna come next? Splash, roll back, shoulder, elbow, another part the horse's mane. Let's try it again from the beginning. So I did leave out a couple pieces and parts so we didn't have to keep going so far. We left out something here on accident, we'll put it in this time. So here we go from the beginning again. Slow, deep breaths, slow movements. Shift, inhale, exhale. So however far you get that hip to turn, make sure your toes and knees go the same way. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Roll back, shoulder elbow cross, pull, push. Shoulder, elbow, hand to the left. Shoulder, elbow, wrist to the right. Split. Sink into your waist. Hand and foot. Hand and foot. Balance if you like. Toes, heel. Splash. Inhale. Exhale. Find your pulse. Even here, there's a shoulder, elbow, wrist. White crane spreads its wings. Inhale. Exhale. Strum the guitar. Inhale. Exhale. So this repeats again, a whole bunch, brush knees. So right here, we're just going to shorten it up a little bit, turn your hip, put the weight on it, roll back, block, parry, punch, roll your sleeve down, push, open the curtains, inhale, close, exhale, shift, shift. Step into bow stance, brush knee. Roll back. Shoulder, elbow, cross. Pull. Push. Shoulder, elbow, wrist to the left. Step over here. However you need to get here, we eventually get to this spot. It's like we're spinning. And then left foot forward. Fist under elbow. Balance. All right, so now we got 3. Repulse monk. Inhale. Exhale. In. Out. In. So we got to get our toes on that corner there. So you can do a little bit here. And now we step forward. Part the horse's mane. This is the one I left out. Again, it's going to be a strum the guitar, splash, roll back, move your shoulder. Find your pulse, shoulder, elbow, wrist, white crane spreads its wings. Step forward, brush knee. Yep. Feet come together, and then empty stance. We reach up, brush knee with the hand, and then needle at the bottom of the seat. So look what I'm doing. I'm leaning forward. I said earlier, your shoulders should stay over your hips. There's only 1 or 2 exercises where you lean forward. Straighten up, scoop, open the fan, press. All right, so we're not going to go back to the very beginning. We're going to go back to where we were here. this part. So we got inhale, exhale. Right knee buckles, empty stance, bow stance. Inhale, rush knee, exhale. Roll back, shoulder elbow press, pull, push. Shoulder elbow. Looks like we're going to do split, but now I go all fancy. And I end up here. Balance. All right. So feet go flat, so you're nice and stable. You want to be stable as you're looking around where you're going. Now I get a little less stable because I'm walking backwards. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Gotta get the toes turning, toes towards the corner. Step forward. Park the horse's mane. Empty stance. Strum the guitar. Balance, touch. So this is always kind of the same sequence. Roll back. Block. Shoulder. Shoulder elbow wrist, white crane spreads its wings. Rush knee. Alright, so my feet come together. Usually when I say feet come together, it means there's an empty stance coming. You kind of get on the corner. You got a high, a medium, low with the hand. Scoop up, open the fan, and then it splits. So now I turn. This arm drops, pull it in. This arm comes over the top. Step in the bow stance. There's a knuckle, and then a chop, and then a punch. So it's kind of this circular thing. We come down, we strike, we chop, we punch. We do a block, parry, punch, push, ward off. What's coming next? Roll back, shoulder up, press, pull, push, left, right, split. Okay, let's start it again. So I know it seems complicated, a lot of redundancy. Oh my gosh, so this sounds like all about musical chords. What's a chord? My music name.
Several notes sounding at the same time.
Several notes. So we're doing several pieces at the same time. Whenever you see this on the right side, it's going to be followed with this all the way up to there. That's the whole chord. You do it on the left side, it's going to just be the brush knees. So you'll see if we're going to do this ward off. It's going to be roll back, it's going to be shoulder elbow press, it's going to be pull all the way through. So it's a whole bunch of chunks. And very seldom not very seldom, they'll throw in one. It's like, why did they do 5 of those? You know, it's like every other one we do this many times. So again, there's some logic how we design movements. Not just about symmetry, it's definitely not a symmetrical set, but it is about getting the blood and the energy to kind of pump from one part of the body to the next. So we're basically a pump. Our whole body's a pump. You got the heart, pump, you got the diaphragm, pump, you got the ball of the foot, the ankle, the calves. They're pretty smart at doing this. So let's try it again. We got enough time, one more time through. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In. In. So like I said, if you see this with the hands like this, you know what's coming next. It's going to be this. All the way to there. comes this one. Right? Inhale. Exhale. In. Out. In. Out. In. So that one didn't have the word off at the beginning, but again, when you do see this, you know this is coming next. In. Out. In. Elbow down. And knuckles. Chop. Punch. Block. Parry. Push. Sleep down. Push. Just like at the very beginning, board off. Back. Cross. Pull. Distance, splash, flick. Try to slow the breathing down. In, out. Splash of water. When the water settles,